Hey Scorpio, this is your March reading. I'm trying to kind of settle my energies right now. I feel kind of everywhere. I've been cleaning up, watching TV, listening to music, so I just feel like I'm a little everywhere. So let me calm down and see what I'm feeling versus what you are feeling. Okay. A lot of changes happening for you this month in March. Rapid movement. I feel like you have to adapt on the day-to-day basis. You're moving through a cycle, or a cycle is ending, shall I say. It's a secret though, or it's something that has to do with foundation or your domestic ties. This is what I'm seeing right here. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. I feel like someone gave up, or the person who was in control, they finally said, all right, I'm tired of doing this. It may have something to do with a full moon or a new moon happening during March, but I'm seeing all of this happen. But I think it's gonna, it's kind of gonna make the energy feel more comfortable with the Nine of Cups here. So I'm seeing all of that with the moon being the last and final thing that's showing, and that's also the focus behind your March. So yeah, if you're a Scorpio watching this, especially if you're a Scorpio moon, this is probably going to resonate very closely to you. If you're not a Scorpio moon, just kind of, fill the vibes out and see what you're comfortable with picking. I feel like this is going to be a very, very intuitive reading. This is the message, the oracle card that I got for you guys as I was shuffling. So let's go ahead and read that. Are you finally ready to let go of those limiting negative beliefs, or are you allowing the issues in your life to become bigger than they really are? Your mind is doing quite a job on you lately, and even your dreams may be trying to get your attention. When you learn to let go of worry, despair, and sense of hopelessness, a positive new way or path will be shown to you. This card follows Trapped in Fear, the number 8 mental card. When your fears aren't confronted, your mental anguish will continue. This is a reminder to take action and trust that your soul and the power of spirit will grasp you firmly by the hand and guide you. But you must take the first step towards healing and let go of the mental distress. Don't suffer in silence. Reach out for the help that's available. It's going to be a deep one, Scorpio. And I'm saying that because these energies are very conflicting. I feel like someone is having to confront emotions or different things in their life that they're not wanting to. You know what I'm saying? Like those emotions or those feelings, or just maybe the things that you don't want to look at. So it looks like this is going to be the month for that. Oh, I am seeing a Gemini coming up for you. I'm also seeing the Magician's card, which is ruled by Mercury. So I do feel like there's going to be a lot of communication, especially if you do have Geminis around you. There's going to be a lot of communication, maybe a lot of socializing. But what I like about this combination of cards here, I feel like with Mercury being in retrograde, you're going back to a part of yourself that needs to be illuminated. And I feel like that's important because, everyone always has this negative connotation with Mercury retrograde, and everyone thinks that it's always bad. Now, granted, it can bring up bad things, or, aka bad things, but really what it's about is visiting old things, and sometimes they can be good and they can be bad. But I feel like in your situation for this month, if you decide to let go a little bit, if you decide to give into your curiosity a little bit, I think you'll be able to see that you are able to encounter things that you like, or things that make you feel a little bit more in control of yourself again. Seven of Swords here. Even with all of this socializing, with the Seven of Swords being here, I think on an internal level, you truly are looking at what path you want to go on. For the majority of you, I feel like even with all of the socializing happening around you, you're really using that to influence your plan that you have internally for yourself. So in other words, you're looking at your surroundings to try to figure out what you want to do, what you would like to pursue, what you would like to leave behind. And, with the moon showing up so many times in this spread, I feel like this is something that you have to be comfortable with doing. Like, regardless of what has been happening, regardless of maybe what makes sense, it might not make sense, but there's an intuitive knowing, there's a feeling that you have in your gut that things need to change. And I think it has to do with your surroundings or just what you're comfortable with, maybe the circle of people that you're around. So yeah, there's a lot of watery energy, but it's like it's when water becomes wise. It's when water realizes these emotions are not necessarily mine. I should not let them drive me. And I feel like you're getting to that point. You know what I'm saying? Like you're kind of becoming more logical instead of emotional. It looks like you're in the right way. But I also feel like you still have these doubts, or you're still trying to change the way that you view your emotions, or maybe you're still changing the way that you work with them. Because I do feel like there's still a ways to go with like how you use your emotions or how they influence you. You know what I'm saying? Like you're still learning, but you are making progress. You are starting to recognize what needs to change and what's working for you. So Magician's card makes a lot of sense. This is what you're showing throughout your March. So throughout your March, which with the Magician's card, I think you're going to be very communicative, maybe sociable, using your resources to get things that you want. And so I think that's a pretty good place to be in, especially for a Scorpio. But with the Magician's card, it's like it's up to you. If you want things to be right around you, you have to make it that way. So I like to see that. I like to see that a lot. Ace of Pentacles. So I'm seeing money was your motive. Maybe you're dealing with a Sagittarius, a young Sagittarius, maybe a reckless Sagittarius. Not in a bad way. When I say reckless, I just mean someone who's really just ready to have fun in this situation. But I do think that this person may have been younger than you. And I think that they are kind of the person who gets you going. Whether this is like your child, like they give you a reason to get up every morning, or whether this is a friend, they're like, hey, let's go out. Like there's a dynamic where it's like they pull you up whenever you're feeling down. So I am seeing that. And I feel like it's because you were either too focused on money or too focused on making money in the past. And they were like, look, you need to have fun. You need to have fun. So that's what I'm seeing is happened to you in the past. It was almost like someone had to force you to, move around. Why was this? It's almost like you were moping, or you were just too focused on money, which isn't a bad thing. Let's see. What were you focused on? Right. So I think you were distracting yourself because you had a lot of things on your mind that you were going back and forth about. And so in order to distract yourself from all of that, you were just like working your ass off as of last month. Almost like to try to get rid of maybe a thought that you kept having. Or maybe it was just because you were trying to boss up on somebody. Like, that's totally okay too, 6 of Wands. But it's also like you have to learn when you're doing too much with the 10 of Wands. Because then once you're doing too much, you're not loving yourself if you're not giving yourself a break. You know what I'm saying? So I think it was more so this person wanted you to be like, look, you need to go out. Or maybe you've been helping so many other people and not yourself. I really feel like it's something along those lines. It's a very sweet energy that this person has. You appreciated that. Like, it was something that you needed. Oh, wow. Oh my God. I love when stuff like this happens. Okay, so this is the 8 of Cups, and then this is the Moon card, and I want you guys to look closely here. This is the Scorpio card with the number 8 in the corner, and this is the Moon card. So this is literally like whoever tried to pull you like out of that mopey state, it's because like you're finally getting into this comfortable state within yourself. Like you're finally comfortable. Almost like I feel like you've been asking for things to become more you. Like you want things to reflect how you really feel on the inside, or maybe you want people to understand you better. Maybe you want to live the way you want to live. Maybe you want to go places. I don't know. There's something that you've been wanting, and that's why you've been working so hard at it. But I feel like on a universal level, even with Pisces being here, on a universal level, you're reaping the benefits. Yeah, Pisces is here again. Yeah, wow. Pisces is co-ruled by Jupiter, and it's showing up on this card here. So I feel like you're just getting you in the past, and also like moving towards this March, you get some type of like gift. It's like you're finally in that stable position that you want, and the only thing else to do from now is to expand, is to grow, is to become. Just like this baby in the womb. It's going to do so much growing here, but once it's out there in the real world, the only thing else to do is to grow, is to learn. And I feel like that's where you're at. You've been in the incubator of life, or the incubator of Mother Nature, whatever you want to call it. I don't know what that source is, but you've been there for a while, and now it's like, like you're finally growing up, but like on an internal way. Kind of like if you hit a growth spurt or something physically, but it's like on an internal level. So that's what was happening for you in the past. So kudos to you for whatever you were doing. Maybe you just had like an epiphany or something like that. If you are someone who is still in that situation where you feel like you've been working like a hamster and you cannot get off the wheel, let's see what the advice is, because I do feel like some of you may still be stuck because we have suffering and silence here. Ace of Cups. Okay, so for some of you, it's a matter of choice. You have to know what you want. If you want to work this hard, that's fine. If you know what you're working for, do it. Don't let anyone else distract you. But just know that whatever cup you pick, there's always other choices you can make. So don't ever feel stuck in a situation, especially when it comes to your job. So for some of you, maybe you needed to hear that. Ace of Cups. With this, I feel like it's like you need to, strive for peace of mind. Like, now that you are aware of where things are happening in your life, how they're happening in life, like, use that to your benefit. Use that for a bigger use, if that makes sense. Use that to fuel new ways of thinking. So instead of getting stuck, with that Scorpio like mind frame sometimes where you can turn to ice, I think you want to try to learn how to make new ways of thinking. Because if you look at the Ace of Cups here, this is the Cancer sign. And Cancer is a cardinal water, so this is making new ways of feeling. So I feel like this is what you're doing emotionally. You're shifting your perspective emotionally, and this is why in your present, you're able to go out and explore. You're able to work with your surroundings. You're able to feel comfortable in yourself and in your surroundings. There was a huge shift from, the past to now, but it was because of a simple mindset of how to feel, of how to overstand things. So I think it's important that if you've been doing a lot of work on yourself internally or just researching, I don't know, anything you've been doing that's been like for self-help, you should keep doing that because it's showing up very easily. Like, it happened so fast, but it was like the issues that you were moving away from they took so long, that you had to deal with them for so long. And all it took was for you to change your perspective. And it's shown here. Now you are concrete. You are, in a fixed way of feeling about, what you're comfortable with. And that's a very powerful state to be in. It's a very powerful state to be in. And I think you really are taking charge of yourself in your life. So, yeah, like I said, kudos to you. Let's go ahead and move on to your future. So I'm seeing a Pisces here in your future. I'm also seeing that you could be being a little needy. If this is not, I'm pretty sure it's you because you are Scorpio. This is the Queen of Cups. So I feel like you're being a little like a diva when it comes to wanting things from people or maybe needing too much attention. You could be being a little bit like emotionally manipulative, like making people feel guilty or guilt tripping people. King of Wands. So you want something. So this is a part of a game plan. So maybe you're showing this, but internally you're not even emotionally bothered by them. You just want them to feel this. I almost feel like you are playing hide and seek, or you are playing wolf in sheep's clothing. Ooh, Scorpio, what happened? What happened? Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, whoa. Oh, I got the chills. Okay, so in your present, you see how we have the Seven of Swords, and you got that fixed mindset. I think you figured out what your target is now. So, okay, I see what's happening. Ooh, okay. Pisces. What's going on with the Pisces? Why are we doing this? Four of Pentacles. It's a secret. What do you mean it's a secret? You either want to leave something behind. Something was done wrong to you. Something was done unjustified. Somebody did you wrong. And you are trying to rectify a situation, apparently. Somebody could have done, because I feel like this is some type of like third party situation. If you can get the gesture of how I'm holding this, it's something to do with this. Yeah, I feel like whatever that was, it's a very inappropriate connection. And because of this, you're like, okay. Scorpio, you gotta calm down. I know you don't even know what I'm talking about yet, but I can feel what is happening with this part right here. You gotta calm down. You don't want to make a bad decision, okay? With the Fool's card here. This is something that's been on your mind, and you don't want to be thinking about something and then you do something really wrong. But I feel you. It's because you feel very emotional about it. So it might not even be that it's that big of a situation. On the outside, like I feel like you are being dramatic about it on the outside, but on the inside, let's just see why. Why are you doing this? Because I almost feel like you're putting up a front. It better be worth this, Scorpio. Oh, it came up again. 5 of Cups. You have reflected on something either in the future or in this present time. I think you just realize like how naive you've been about something, or just something you haven't been confronting, mentally. just something you've been running away from. That's what I was saying in the beginning. So okay, it's starting to make sense. You're a little disappointed about something that someone may have done, or just maybe the way that things have been, and you feel like you're embarrassed because you feel like you should have known better, which is why you're are so intense with why you're so hurt by it. But you also feel like, damn, how the hell did they fool me? Not it could be like a third party situation, but I'm also feeling for some of you it was just like, I don't know, like the player got played type of situation, or maybe you just met your match. I don't know, but you are feeling some type of way about it, honey. Honey, let's get an extra card on who this could be involving, because that was crazy. Let's see. We had Pisces come up at first. Gemini. Ooh, will it be the Gemini from your March that you've been hanging out with? Whoa. Okay. Okay. This is catty. I don't like it. I don't like that. I don't know. When I was doing you guys' reading, or when I was thinking about doing it, I was like, I'm ready to see what's going on for Scorpio. Like, things look good in March, but honey, for after March, I don't know. I don't think I want to be a Scorpio during those times. Or I don't want to be whoever Scorpio is trying to go after. I don't want to be that Gemini. Oh, honey. So, yeah. I mean, yeah. Oh, look at this. Remember I was saying the wolf in sheep's clothing? Look at the wolf there. So maybe this Gemini was doing this to you in March, and then you catch on in the future. And you're like, okay, two can play that game. Oh, no. Oh, no. Okay, what can we do to, okay. Oh, what can we do to rectify this? I feel like this is one of those situations where you're like, no, don't fight. And you're I feel like I'm trying to break it up. Listen, I try not to take any sides when I do readings. I feel like it's like a boxing match, or like a fight or something. This is not okay. Queen of Cups again in the sun. This is what you want. So you want smoke, honey. You want smoke. Okay. So your advice for the future. We got the Sun card, Queen of Cups. With this card here, you can have all of that fire and emotion that you have here. You can have all of that intensity. The Sun card even encourages that. Oh, y'all see my nail? The Sun card even encourages that, right? Don't be afraid to have that intensity, but know where to zone that energy. For a lot of you, for most of the Scorpios, I feel like it's the same. Put that attention on yourself. Like, if you're going to be fueled by fire, put that on yourself in a good way. Like ignite yourself. Ignite the flame inside of yourself. Like, do something for you. Make other people be like, what's your secret? Like, what are you doing? Like, how are you so... You know what I'm saying? You become that feeling. You become that fire. Don't try to light somebody else on fire. You use that fire, okay? Oh, okay. Especially if you have like a fire moon sign. So if you're a Leo moon, if you're a Aries moon, or if you are a Sagittarius moon, but also for anybody else. But all right, Scorpio, we're going to get into the extended. Obviously, there's a lot of stuff to break down, so we're definitely going to get into that. It's probably going to be pertaining a lot towards this future situation. So if you want to like go over there so you can get like a pre-reading on January, February, March, April, on April's reading, basically like a little forecast for that, you might as well just go sign up on Patreon. But if not, that's totally fine. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked it, please leave a thumbs up. You can subscribe to the channel if you'd like to see more videos like this and other things that I have coming out towards you. Instagram, if you want to connect on there. I do little messages, like oracle messages or mini readings over there, and I just post things about tarot, astrology, and other shit. I appreciate you guys so much, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, Scorpio.